Good evening, this is President Ann Diener. Donald Trump is legally and lawfully deposed since August 8th of 2017. And yes, I almost hope I didn't hit president with it. Because Donald Trump is technically our president speaking in the media. And Obama is quickly gaining on him, and Obamagate came out. And now it's time really for the voters to actually vote without certified elections. So I petitioned the Department of Justice not to have elections, well, not certified, but I will come up with the term that actually came from the individuals who select our elections. They select your votes for you in advance, and I turned that into the Department of Justice. And this is a rich group. They're the ones that actually forced Pompeo to take bribery. They forced Pompeo to accept bribery for individuals they want to cause terrorism. And I've accused Pompeo of accepting bribery. I apologize, but I'm going to go after the real criminals, and that's who I am. And those are the ones that Biden and Obama, well, Biden for the most part, Obama has stuck with it for a while. He's been really working on the drug money laundering, which is criminal. And so I've been really working against the drug money laundering, and I found out about the promissory notes, and those have been labeled as absolutely wrong. They are criminal. They've been trying to put Americans in custody, which is a criminal offense. So all promissory notes should be gone. What we're pursuing right now, we have our gold standard, and that was put in there by the war criminals. They voided the Paris Accords, but I did get the French money back, the French gold standard, and so we have our gold standard. And Donald Trump is legally and lawfully deposed. He did steal election 2016 using cross-check, micro-targeting, and Diebold. What American consumers want, he stole the presidency with Clinton stealing the primary from Bernie Sanders from 74% of the American voters. And what Americans want is their tax money back. And Donald Trump, he goes both ways. And we can get on board with our war crimes tribunal. And Trump is not a war criminal. He's not somebody I would put in custody for our war crime. He's someone who actually wanted to take down the terrorists in Turkey. And I would testify to that. Donald Trump needs to run as a free candidate, as a real candidate with Mike Pence. I mean, Elizabeth didn't want Pence to run. She thought he was a piddly squeak, and so she wanted Trump. So, anyway, there's an infighting over there. But in reality, we need to take down the war criminals. And so we need to offer the American citizen an opportunity to get their tax money back. We have it all. It is all at the Department of Justice. We get nothing from America, said the Commonwealth. And they wanted to use it against you. And so what we have the opportunity to do at the Department of Justice is to air our war crimes tribunal on national TV. And they owe us, Dick Cheney, for killing the Maidan students. He ordered Victoria Nuland to do such a thing, to actually kill the Maidan students. And he negotiates behind our backs. Every single time Americans feel they're guilty, they need to charge them back. And so I set up a Twitter, charge them back. And that should go viral. It should be something to where American citizens who are hungry right now, who are participating in their homes, want our war crimes aired on national TV. That's Dick Cheney, George Bush. They set up a fake Corps here and they basically said they initiated a challenge saying that my Corps, our Corps that actually created nuclear fission, could not outproduce theirs in values. We did. We outproduced theirs in values. But guess what? They probably had a scam on the back end with a fake Corps and a bankruptcy of America. That means stealing every single one of your assets. And so we've recovered those assets with my work and our work. And so we keep going until the fake Corps and the bankruptcy artists, I mean, these individuals, these ones with the fake Corps, they're the ones who wanted the housing crash. They're the ones who went against me with the deposition team. They said that basically my Corps could not produce, so that they wanted to set up something fake to where I could not get my depositions completed against Donald Trump. I have worked very hard for the last 3 years, not against our government, but for our government, for the American voter. And I believe that we citizens need to take action against $840 trillion that should be in our pockets at the Department of Justice. And that money back, that tax money, is sitting there. So it would be interesting to initiate a challenge for an on-camera, on CNN, war crimes tribunal, to where every single crime subtracts from the war dollars. And we need to bring some of these individuals who have caused those war crimes in the background into testimony, public testimony, to where we can identify who they are, how they caused our government to spend more money and bribed other officials that we did not want bribed. It is criminal to bribe public officials to make money, and these individuals, wherever they are nasty. They should be outed in a public war crimes tribunal, which I know no one will agree to. But I became the President of the United States, and I am willing to put them on trial. And I know that's something Pompeo would not do. I know that's something Donald Trump would not do. But that's something myself and my deposition team, provided we don't get killed, would definitely do. Have a wonderful night. We keep your constitutional rights. By the way, they were building jails for American citizens, and that's already gone through Congress. There is no unlawful detention. I've outed it. It was the individual who was operating the fake court that was wanting to detain you unlawfully. And so I aired it to Congress because we want to know exactly how much of our tax money went into the 17 jails. They built 17 jails, and they were laundering drug money to create more methamphetamine users and cocaine users to incarcerate them. We need to go after, as public citizens, as American people, we need to go after the private prison industry and out them so that only municipal prisons can be used, and so that they're forced to repatriate those dollars from an initiated, basically they said we could not produce, that our citizens' core is the nuclear core in the center of our planet, and that is our citizens' core, could not outproduce their fake machine core that George Herbert Walker Bush put into place with these criminals that I testified against. Have a wonderful night. We're outproducing them, and we're going to continue every single day until we win, and that's 328 million Americans. And I hope to run as for president or vice president. I would run under the Green Party or Libertarian as Justin Amash, if he wanted me as his running mate, or if Bernie Sanders chose to take up the challenge and we keep our gold standard. Gold is global. They avoided the Paris Accords. Stafford forged my signature. Well, you know what? Brian Stafford, you forged my signature. I take your gold standard for our entire country. Have a wonderful night. Every single American is already protected with it.